Hi there, Crypto Angel, we're back. No intro, no adverts, we are straight in. So we are going to be looking into the £10 trick that we've been using on Coinbase. What we've been doing is pumping £10 on every coin that you like. It could be €1, it could be $10, it could be €100. As long as you know that 100 or €10 equals 100%. This way you can follow the whole market at all times. As soon as there's a pump of 10%, you'll see that come in. So what we're doing here is pumping the 10% from the top, and we'll take the weakest coin. If we have one that's gone down, we'll pump it into the one that's gone down. If none of the coins have gone down, we'll just create a new block. So we're going to be looking for a new block to create this morning, and I'm looking into Band Protocol. Let's have a look at the graph. What we can see is we've had a pump up in the last 24 hours, and then it's dropped back down. On the monthly chart, you'll see we've got this triangle formation closing into a triangle peak at the bottom here. This normally represents either a breakout or a breakdown. In this case, it should be a break up. Okay, zooming out, what we'll see is the highest points are around about 12, 13 euros. So we're quite far from that. We're about halfway down from that highest point. So we've got quite a lot of potential in this coin. And as you know, last night, the market was pumping pretty well. This coin has not caught up with the others, so it's a good time to take the profit from the top ones and then create this new block that I had pulled out, because I had pulled out once it got to the top there, and I pulled out, and now it's most probably a good time to come back in. And as I said, we'll be creating this new block, like a new coin, with the profits from the other coins. So it's pretty good system that seems to be working well. And knowing that on this channel we started, every single piece of this crypto money was made all on airdrops and faucet collection. The Crypto Angel channel and accounts have been made simply from free crypto money. So to get this far and actually end up trading and sharing these videos with you guys has been amazing. And the reason why, a lot of you are going to be asking me right now, why are you using the basic Coinbase site? I actually did this because I got criticized one day for doing a trade on Coinbase, which is about a 3% interest rate. And believe it or not, there is advantages to trading with the Coinbase Classic. Like I said, we can actually watch like 20, 30 coins all at once and notice that 10% change in seconds, instantly. I can take that 10% and pump it straight into another coin without going through Bitcoin or a stable coin, or and because Coinbase Pro, you have trading pairs. You might pay only 1% for going for 0.5% from there to there and 0.5% from there to there, which comes up to 1% in the end. Whereas I'm paying 3%, but I'm going directly to the source. So I'm not losing that time. I might not miss that dip, which is great, And the graphs, okay, they're a lot simple. The candle graphs are easier to see the fluctuations, but using the 100% trick, like £10 or £100 or £1, where you can see the changes in like, say I had £10 in this one, and now it's £10.47. I know that's gone up by 4.5%, 4.7%. And once that gets to 10%, I'll take the profit out and put it down. According to the graphs, unless I know it's going to go to the sky, I'll wait a little bit longer and let that go. And I think that really, like watching the graphs with that £10 trick or the £100 trick, you get to connect with each coin. You can actually feel it beating, So to be honest with you, this is the reason why I do not mind paying those higher fees. I think that you get that service, you get more out of it. I obviously have tested both techniques. And like anyone, I do have my favourites. And I am waiting for some mega movements. And you never know, at the end of this, I might just go all in on one, which I would have used my profits and see what happens. Or I might just keep on pumping that €1 out and collect a certain coin, which I think is going to go to the moon. And there are obviously a few coins that we do have our close eye on, like OMG. I do like a lot, but it hasn't really broken out yet. Looking at 2017, 2018 graphs, when the last bull run was on, it actually went skyrocket, and I'm hoping that will do that again, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just keeping myself reserved and I'm waiting on the side there. But we have been making small profits out of those 10% movements anyway. In the background here, we're just looking for a coin that we can use from profit during the night to make this band protocol block. So this is looking pretty promising because this is quite up to the top. So balancer, here you go. There's a nice graph. We've reached the top. You know, the highest point there is 2024. We're at 1919. It hasn't, you know, it's most probably going to come down. That's the last hour. It's had a nice pump. It's looking like that could come down. So we'll use this balance of profit to come and pump into the band protocol. We'll take the 47 cents out, which will take that down to 10, and then we'll have to find another €9.50 from other coins to try and make this up to €10. So as you can see, our technique is all about scrimping and scraping those pennies, and you'll get yourself a free £10 block. It could be a £100 block, it could be a £1,000 block. It doesn't really matter. It works in any case. So what we're doing is just taking that, skimming the top of the coin, having that set base, the base bet, which is the base, which we paid the first price for, obviously, in some of the coins. So this, apart from the new blocks, obviously. So this new block, we're going to try and create it, 47 cents, and then we'll be looking for the next coin that's pumped up to eventually get that to the $10 range, so we can actually follow it, just like the other coins. And also, when you see them coming down too much, you can come into the graph, and if you see it's dropping, it always gives you that time to pull out. So, you know, no matter which way, this £10 trick really works. And I must admit, we did actually start this trick off ironically, just with a criticism that I took badly. So I actually tried trading for a whole month and I actually made a video on it. And I've actually continued using this technique because it actually does work. I've been thinking to myself many times, should I just cash into Ethereum or the Civic coin that might go to the sky, that I'm still kind of like waiting on. Then as soon as that one starts moving, I'm ready to pump a lot more into that one. You've most probably noticed at the top of my list, there's also some of the coins are at €15 and 11 and 12. These are the coins that I'm trying to build up, because it's all very well collecting €10. But to be honest with you, if you do the calculation, if you've got 10 coins at €10 or $10, right? And they all make 10%. And if you put €100 all into one coin that only makes 10%, you're still going to make the same money, right? But imagine if one of your coins loses 50%. Well, in my case, I'd be losing 5% of my money, because it would be a block. 10 blocks is, one block is worth 10% of my total. And if you divide that by 2, that's 5%. So having all your money on one is good when it goes up, but it's terrible when it comes down. So another real good reason for loving this technique. And we can't really not finish this video and not talk about one of the biggest winners from last night, the Dogecoin. At the top of the list there, I actually just flicked past it. It actually made a times by 5 in one night. Amazing move from Dogecoin, as it was set up as a joke. I do suggest doing this quite often, coming into the main market. Have a look, see who lost the most. See, as you can see here is the Batcoin that lost the most, and Tesos, Chainlink. Chainlink had a nice pump yesterday. Obviously, what goes up must come down. This is why the 10% trick is valuable. So I always suggest coming out of everything, having a look at the total market on a global scale, and then having a look on a daily view, and then you have the weekly view and the monthly view, and you can even go into the yearly view, which is most probably pointless right now. And I totally suggest coming right out and comparing to the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018. You'll see a lot of similarities, sorry about my English there, and patterns are being repeated, and that's a really great way to learn how to get into the crypto world, and just follow the patterns, guys. The music is there. I do get a lot of criticism for my original techniques, but I personally think my technique works, and it's actually coming out in the numbers. I'm about 70% up, 80% up, even though we've had just come out of a nice dip. Bitcoin's just lost 30%, Ethereum's down by 20-30%, but that was coming from their all-time highs. So it's pretty normal. What goes up must come down, and that's why every time it goes down, we're buying in. So when we buy in, our 10% always goes up. So this is really great. It's been really good fun, and it permits me to be living with the market, because if I just put everything all into one coin, I would get very bored of crypto money and most probably wouldn't enjoy my surf. It's not about making money. It's about huddling coins and seeing how things move. I actually really enjoy it. And to be honest with you, these coins will not be sold on. I will continue making videos and it will be the Crypto Angel channel credit, if you can see what I'm saying. And the reason why I share is because it is original and I've had enough of watching sheep on the internet. Everyone just says the same thing. Hey, we're going to have some FOMO. I'm going to pull out of New Cypher. FOMO time. It's always the same. So I'd like just to bring my touch and my ways of doing things. So if you don't like it, don't worry. I'm not forcing you. I'm just sharing my opinions, guys. And my opinions have been making me money and it hasn't cost me a penny. I started this channel, as I said, with free faucet money, completely 100%, no credit card, no nothing. So believe it or not, the Crypto Angel channel actually has nothing to lose, apart from beloved time. And time is what we have at the moment. I did actually predict I was going to have like 40 coins by the end of the month. We didn't make it to 40 coins. We made it up to 23 was the highest point, 230 euros. And we're about 205 right now. So that's over 20 spaces. Litecoin hasn't, a lot of these haven't kicked off yet, so it's really good news. And seriously, this is just the beginning. So it's a great move. It's going to be amazing. If you know me already, you'll know that CoinPop was one of my main money gains in the crypto world. That's where I was referring everyone. That's where I was going to collect money. That's where I had my tricks going, and we used that money to pump into Coinbase, which has permitted us to come into the trading world. And very luckily, because the site is actually closing, I think it's tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow. It's its last day. You actually have a month to cash out right now. Let's have a look at our accounts on the Coinbase. So we started down the bottom here at about 130 at the beginning of last month, a month ago. We come up to about 200 and then we come up down to 180 and then 190, back down to 180, up to 110 and then back down to about 180 again, even lower at this point because we had a nice dip 2 days back, and then we're shot back up in the last 12 hours. It's been great. So we're back up to 205. Moving these coins around intelligently, we'll be able to use the profit and make even more profit. So keep updated, guys. Give me a thumbs up and I'll speak to you soon.